Well, yeah, for a first ball game, you always look at a lot of things in your first ball game. You always look at special teams. You always look at penalties. How well the operation, how things go in the first ball game. And I thought, for the most part, we had 7 penalties, which is too much. But I think we played a fairly clean game for the most part in that aspect. I felt like our operation, I always worry about having 11 guys on the field in all situations. I think we did a pretty good job with that in the ball game. We were a little sluggish offensively, really the entire night. I thought defensively we did some good things from the second quarter on. Defensively we held them to 2 of 14 on third downs. Offensively we were only 4 of 14. So we've got to be better in that aspect. We've got to be a lot cleaner and a lot more efficient offensively. Special teams wise, I thought we did some good things. We had a block kick. The defensive player of the week this week, Easy Anyama, had a really good game, and he blocked an extra point also in the ball game. So I thought we did some good things. We got, anytime you get a chance to win and go correct, it's always good.
And, Coach, you mentioned it briefly, but Easy Anyama, Defensive Player of the Week, he had several game-changing plays in that game, but can you just kind of give us your thoughts on his play in that game?
Yeah, it was really good to have Easy back out on the field. He got hurt a year ago, about game 3, I believe, last year when he got hurt, and we really have missed him because he's probably our most talented athletically player on our team, and he's good when we have him back. We're a much better defense when he's on the field. He had a couple sacks. Obviously, he had the block kick that we talked about, but he's one of those guys. He's explosive, and for a first ball game, I was really, really pleased with his effort and our entire team's effort. But his effort coming back from that Achilles injury a year ago.
Coach, you mentioned briefly about the offense. What's, in your mind, the key to improving the offense for next week's game against Colorado?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just working on our timing and fundamentals. Damian Williams started the ball game for us. Damian's only really had 2 weeks of practice, and it really showed in some of his mechanics and some things. We probably missed 6 big play opportunities in the passing game on Saturday, and there were some things in the run game up front, and with all our offensive players, we just weren't in sync for a lot of the ball game as far as execution. So we've got to be better. We've got to clean up some things on perimeter blocking this week, and I think those are things that we started yesterday that we'll be better at next week.
Again, the upcoming opponent is Colorado for your team. What are your thoughts on Colorado heading into this next week game?
Well, Coach McIntyre has done an unbelievable job of building that program back to what Colorado standards been in the past, in the 90s. I think he's done an unbelievable job the last 3 or 4 years of just recruiting well and developing a culture. And they're a very talented team, a really good defensive team, have a very explosive skill guys on offense. I think they've done a really good job of recruiting. They lost a ton of players defensively last year, but against Colorado State, boy, it looks like they haven't really taken any kind of drop from a year ago defensively. They still have talented guys. So we're going to have to go up there and play really, really well to give ourselves a chance to compete against them.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it as always.
Thank you. Appreciate it.